that regarding what is going on from this war which is taking place, and this war is being triggered even though the Muslim countries, they don't want this war to go ahead because of the devastating effects on everything, the economy, the people, everything. And you could never say that the war is going to start in one day and then you could just set up a deadline for the ending of this war. It is impossible. Because when you set a fire, some hands are going to be burnt. Even the ones who are setting the fire to the other people, they might get their hands burnt as well. But what I'm concerned here, Ikhwani, is very important, is that you do understand that when, for example, a head of a kufr, known to be a person who is an assassin, who is a killer, and his regime and his methodology, which is based upon killing Ahlus Sunnah, is to be removed, is to be taken away, Muslims should be happy. A Salafi person who should be knowing this fact, should be happy. Regardless whom this person had removed him. Who is that one who killed him? Doesn't matter. So when the Prophet ﷺ had heard that the Romans were defeated by the Persians who were idolaters, fire worshippers, and the Romans were Christians, but still they are not Muslims, Prophet of Allah was sad. Why he was sad? Because the people of the Rome are people of the book. The people of the Persians are not the people of the book. And here you could say to me, are you comparing the Persians to the Iranians? Well, believe me, that the ones who are adopting the proper Rafidi madhab are worse than these Persians. The Persians who at that time, the ones who are the Furs, that used to be the one fire worshippers, it is not part of their religion to insult our mother, to insult our companions. It's not from their manhaj. Those Persians, they were idolaters. They were kuffar. They were magians, fire worshippers. No, that's a fact. But it's not their religion is based upon the demolishing of the Islam. What is the Rafidah? Their religion is based upon demolishing Ahl Sunnah. Their fight is not with Christian or Jews or anybody. Their fight is with us, Ahl Sunnah. That's why they're putting all their efforts and the money to spread their venom in Africa and all of that. So if you look in their books, they can't hide. They could show you what's called, this is the Tawriyah. The person showing something but is inside him something else. Okay? That is, their religion is based upon it. It's called taqiyya. At-taqiyya. Or tuqya they call it. That to hide. Once he's in control, then he will show you the real, what he is, the reality. So you forgot what he has done in Iraq. You forgot this regime, what he has done in Syria. You forgot all of that. All these thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, of them Sunni, being massacred by this manhaj called the Rafidi. Their book's still there. It says there, the Nawasib which is us. They call us the Nawasib. If you have the power to go and take the money, go ahead. If you can't, if you have a debris or a wall, just collapse it on them. SubhanAllah, I was asking ChatGPT today to go and extract for me all these things from the books of the Shia to do with how they are, deeming the Ahlus Sunnah to be kuffar. I have found out that even the ChatGPT been tuned to the extent I said to him, you're a Shia, aren't you, as well? And he's answering me back, well, I could understand why you're saying this. Well, all these discussions with him, I said, you've been tuned. I didn't ask you to give me your opinion. He said, I'm a system. I said, no, if you're a system, don't give me your opinion. After so many questions, then he knew that what I know. Started giving me the text. But a normal person, he would not. If you're going to ask him something, he will have his own elaboration. But the contemporary scholars of the Shia, they don't believe in this. And it's under investigation. It's not correct and true and all of this. Trying to belittle it down. Even ChatGPT, been tuned. So I'm just saying to the brothers, their books is full of all of these things, that if they had the opportunity to go and demolish Ahlus Sunnah. In return, we don't do that. If we have the opportunity, we don't do that. They were living with us under the leadership of the Ahlus Sunnah, whether it's in Iraq, whether it's in Tunisia, whether it's in Lebanon, they were under us. We never had that methodology which is hidden in us. As soon as we are in control, we're going to kill them. We don't have that. And I think the West have realized this. The people of the Sunnah are the one with the most trusted people. The other one, they can't trust them. You don't know what they're doing. So I want you to be understanding that if there is about 1 rocket or 2 rockets has been hit into Palestine, the so-called Israel, it's been hit there, and you're happy, oh yeah, what is happening? Well, there's about 10 times of that are on the Muslim countries. I was in Jordan for the last month that I've been stranded for more than a week because I can't come. It's not because the rocket is being intercepted. They think, oh, by Jordanians because they're going to Israel. That's not right. They're going to Jordan. They're going to us. I have seen them with my own eyes. My house being shaken so many times. Okay? House, my shaking on someone. My friend, he saw it. He said 20 meters away, one of the pieces of the rocket is falling down. It could have killed so many. I don't know how many people killed in Jordan. At least I know about 2, but I don't know more of that. But I know that what happened to Qatar, what happened to Saudi Arabia, what happened to Oman, the Muslim country has been hit economy. So if you think it's 1 or 2 rockets landing in Israel, but 10 times of that are landing there. So it kills my heart when I see a Muslim person, okay, when I say to him, these rockets are falling to the Muslims, they're falling into the American bases. Look how brainwashed he is. American bases, well, there are American bases next to his country. Iraq has got American bases. Why don't you hit it? Because Shia are there. Why don't you hit it? Do you understand me? The American base is there. And tell me what, Americans are going to be there sitting in the American bases just waiting for the rocket to fall? Come on. People being naive. No Americans, all of them, the Air Force Americans, taking all Americans, they're taking them away from Jordan and all these Muslim countries. So there's no Americans in the American bases so-called there. Subhanallah. The Americans are not waiting for that. So why are you hitting the petrol? Why are you hitting the gas? Why are you hitting this? Why are you hitting the petrol of the other place? Why are you hitting so many rockets, as many as you have sent to the Muslim countries, sent it there. So the Muslims, who you argue with them, they're happy that this landing also into the American bases in the Muslim countries. Demolishing Muslims and Muslim Sunni. That's how people are brainwashed. Khwani, this is not correct. This is not right. Those people, as I said, the ones who had killed us in Iraq, these are the ones who had massacred Saddam Hussein. If you want to argue, Saddam Hussein was killed because these people they work by passion and emotion. Saddam Hussein was killed by them, by the way. They don't care about insultation of the companions, but Saddam Hussein, they care about him. Subhanallah. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? When are we going to listen to our scholars? Instead of listening to just YouTube and all of that. Who's running the show all the time? Facebook and YouTube. And why? Why running the show is our scholars? Why? So, subhanallah, this is what the Muslims. I'm not talking about the ones who go to cinema. No. I'm talking about the Muslims who come to the masajid. How many people come to the class compared to the people that don't come to the class? They do the prayer as a fashion, as a trend, as a habit. But in terms of knowledge, zero. Just today I had a conversation with somebody. I thought, subhanallah, he would be the last person to think like this. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. Allah al-Musta'an. So we have to really, Khwani, spread the information that the Rafidah are the people who are worse unto the Muslims than all these kuffar that you think about, even including Israel. Israel did not do in Palestine what the people of Iraq, Shia had done in Iraq. They're drilling them. They were drilling them before they killed them. Americans in Guantanamo Bay prison in Cuba, they did not do as much as the Iranian did in their prison. No. I could eat the slaughtering of a Jew. I could eat the slaughtering of a Christian, American, whatever it is, but I can't eat the slaughtering of a Rafidah. Do you understand that? No. I cannot. They're not the people of the book. They're people outside every book. That's what they call it. People outside every book. They have no book. When it comes to the Sunni, they kill them. So don't be fooled by these slogans. Oh, death to America, death to Israel. SubhanAllah. They were working with them underneath the table. But when those people thought that they are not trustworthy, these people are going for the nuclear bomb, we have to put it down. And the consequences, Allahu Azza. This war, as some people say, that I don't know what is the true thing behind it. When is it going to finish? Allahu A'lam. most important things is us to be patient and hold on to what the scholars they say are true scholars, not the scholars who are the scholars of BBC and scholars of ITV and CNN. طيب, coming back to our hadith.